Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Sir John Oldcastle, and we get to hear from Murley the Brewer again today in Act 3, Scene 2. Now Murley, if you remember before, has pledged to give £10,000 to the proto-Protestant cause so that he can then also be knighted by Sir John Oldcastle, and he's supposed to sort of lead some troops. He promised to bring as many men as he had to the field so they could all go and fight. So in Act 3, Scene 2, we are on the road to Highgate, and we are with Murley the Brewer and some of his men that he has brought with him. And he kicks off the scene saying, "Come, my hearts of flint, modestly, decently, soberly, and handsomely. No man afore his leader. Follow your master, your captain, your knight that shall be, for the honor of mealmen, millers, and maltmen." Done is the mouse. Dick and Tom, for the credit of Dunstable, ding down the enemy tomorrow. You shall not come into the field like beggars. Where be Leonard and Lawrence, my two loaders? Lord have mercy upon us, what a world is this! I would give a couple of shillings for a dozen of good feathers for ye, and 40 pence for as many scarves to set ye out withal. Frost and snow, a man has no heart to fight till he be brave. So this is him leading his troops. He's like, come on everybody, let's behave like soldiers, get behind your captain, who happens to be a knight-to-be. I'm going to be knighted very soon. And then he starts giving some orders, and then he notices that everybody looks kind of rough, and he wishes that he had some money that he could clothe them better with feathers and scarves and things like that. So he's chatting with them, and the two that actually get into conversation with him are named Tom and Dick. And Dick he thinks that Murley's kind of crazy for having put so much of his own money into this. And Tom is like, yeah, like we're going to fight all of the learned bishops. And Dick is like, yeah, and I heard that the king might even be there too. And Murley's like, well, if the king is there, then I'll fight him too. And they're like, you would kill a king? And Murley's like, well, we'll just make another one. What's the big deal? So then he pulls out, he shows them that he has a pair of gold spurs. And they're like, why are you holding them? Shouldn't you be wearing spurs? And he's like, well, nobody gets to wear gilded spurs until they're a knight, and I'm going to be knighted tomorrow, so I will put these on tomorrow after I've been knighted. And it's all, to me, it's very cute. But anyway, Acton and Bourne and Beverly then come in, and Acton is like, yay, Murley's actually here, and he actually brought his whole cartload of money like he said he was going to. And Murley's like, okay, but where's the rest of the army? I thought there were going to be a lot more people here. And Acton's like, well, they're currently all over the place. They're in this town, and some in this town, and some in this town. But come tomorrow, there will be 50,000 men on the field. And Murley is like, is the king coming? And Acton's like, no, he's still back at home. Which we, the audience, know he's not. He's on his way to the field to do battle, and maybe against Sir John Oldcastle. That whole relationship's a little weird right now. But anyway, Acton says, no, the king is not coming, which is false information, but that the clergy, they are afraid of what's going on, but they don't seem to have amassed a lot of fighters. So everybody is very excited about this fight. They're pumped up. They feel like they're going to win. They're feeling real good. And Murley's like, and Sir John Oldcastle is going to be there to knight me, right? And Bourne is like, probably, but if he doesn't show up, Acton can fill in for him. And he's like, he can knight me? And he's like, yes, don't worry about it. You'll be able to be knighted. And that's basically the end of the scene. So this one, it doesn't advance the plot very much, but it does, it's the clowns going to war as opposed to the royals going to war, or the people who are really in the thick of it, you know, Oldcastle and Powys and people like that. So this is sort of like the humorous interlude as the clowns get ready for war. And that's Act 3, Scene 2. So we will have a fight scene eventually, just not quite yet. But come on back tomorrow for more, and we'll see what happens before we get to the battlefield. We will get to the battlefield. I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.